Hi everyone, it's Megan with Club Ruby Designers. I'm going to be doing a simple scrapbook layout for a child's Christmas picture with Santa Claus, I guess you could say. I had a cute idea for doing a Hey Santa kind of theme, and I think it's going to be really adorable. So we're going to just try to go with it today. I don't have an exact plan, but I do have 3 pieces of paper that are included in the kit. I have the Jingle Bells paper from the My Mind's Eye, which is this one here. I have the Cosmo Cricket page, the Smitten Mitten, and I have the red cardstock. And then I'm also going to be using the thickers and these Santa badges, banners right here on the My Mind's Eye die cuts. So we'll just go ahead and start by punching those out because I think they're adorable. And I do not have my kid's picture with Santa Claus done yet this year, but I'm getting one done, and I will be getting a 5x7 of that because that's what I've been doing, pending it turns out okay. So we'll just make a placeholder for our Santa picture with the kids, and hopefully you can do the same thing, whether it be with grandchildren or your own children or yourself with Santa Claus. Why not? This can be used for anything. So we're going to go ahead and just punch those out. We'll set this aside for now. And I'm sure we're going to be cutting things up left and right for this particular page. This is going to be the base of my page. I'm going to trim off the edges just to get my true 12 by 12 size and take care of getting rid of what I don't need. So we'll take care of that. And I already know that this is going to be serving as my 5x7 photo matting. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out to the size we need it to be. So I'm doing 7.5 of my red cardstock by 5.5. And that right off the bat is for my photo. And I'm going to also be doing 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And this is going to go right inside. So it's going to be a double matted picture, which is really cute. I'm going to ink my edges, and I'm going to do this just by framing out the edge. And what I do for that, and I'll explain in a second here, instead of getting ink really brushed on and really all over the place, I like to just add that extra bit of dimension that it almost looks like there's a little bit of extra shadowing. So it's almost going to look like there's 3 layers to this, which is a lot of fun. You grab your ink pad, just set it down on your desk, and all you need to do is just dab your paper right across your ink pad, just like so. And you can see it just adds a nice, straight, even, clean line to the edge of your page. Whatever you're working on, this works great for cards. I really like doing this for photo matting. It's something I've done for a while, but I haven't really shown recently. Just sort of decided to start using it again. It's especially good when you don't want to double mat and you don't want to waste paper. It looks like you have another layer of shadowing or something in there, depending on the color that you use and how saturated you do your edges. But if you keep it even straight across, just by running it along the page there, you'll be great and you have a beautiful little edge all the way around. So that's what we're doing for that. You can also cut out the interior if you want to really save paper. We can go ahead and do that, just to really make sure that you conserve and save what you want to save of your paper and of your kit. Just make sure that you have enough to cover yourself and cover your borders. You can always use these little lines right here to really measure and pay attention to your exact measurements. Go from point A to point B using the little lines on the side of your paper trimmers. I'm just kind of guesstimating to cut this out. And then I just have another extra piece of my red cardstock to use as a journaling tag or any other thing that I may run across that I need the red for. So there you have that. One of my favorite things to do. It's So now I'm just going to run my ATG right along this outer edge. Since I know I have 1/8 of an inch, I have plenty of room to run my ATG around. All right, my picture is probably going to go around here, I think. And I'm thinking my word hey, and then Santa's going to come across and down here. Kind of like this. I'm just going to use a little bit of adhesive and kind of place this where I want it to be for the moment and see what we come up with. Oh, really? ATG is serious stuff, you guys. That's like down there. We can cover that up, but I'm going to have to mess with it. All right, I'm going to grab the red ribbon that was inside the kit, and we're going to do some ribbon ruching. So we're going to grab our ATG gun for this, and I'm going to just glue a little line right across here. This is where it's going to go. And we're going to start by off the page, just kind of gluing this down. And I'm going to glue little tiny pieces right down and fold over. Okay, so this is going to kind of stick down. You can see where my glue is, or my adhesive is, and you can use a tinier glue runner. Anything really works. But this is just a great way to add some fun ruching, and it's great for Christmas time, especially with the satiny red ribbons. It just looks so beautiful on cards, anything like that. So you just gather, and I'm going to kind of draw my line first with a pencil. I can find my pencil. Kind of how I want Santa to come down on my... So just kind of do it like this. Okay. Follow that with my glue, my ATG. And then I'm going to actually cut my white ribbon in half. Let it even fray a little bit. And I don't have to do this all the way up my entire length of ribbon. I can use my ribbon for other things. But I am going to cut it in half. The middle. And I'm going to use pop dots or foam dimensional on my Santa. Just going to tie a little bow at the ends, or a little knot. And you can either cut that all the way down, cut it, tape it underneath the page, whatever works for you. I'm going to tape this side down just so there's no fraying. But that's the other side I'm just going to leave kind of frayed, and I'm going to let the knot kind of speak for itself there and let that be another element. Okay, now what we really want to do is kind of anchor and tie this all together. So I'm going to use some strips of paper because I feel like that is one of the best, easiest, quickest ways to anchor things down and get things to where you want it to be to finish out your layout or your page. So that's what I'm going to do. Basic and simple. I'm going to do a little bit of inking along those edges again. I'm going to allow for a place to put in a journal tag and the year. We're going to put in 2010 because this is going to be for our 2010 pictures of my kids with Santa. And we're going to just do some strips that tie things all together. I'm going to grab my corner chomper. And with the 1/2 inch setting, I'm just going to round that out, bottom corner out. You can always dip it back in your ink if you need to. We'll stick that underneath and let that go to the very edge. This is a great place to put in our year. I'm going to do that with glittery stickers. These are nice big numbers in this kit, which I really like. we're going to cut this down for our journal. But there's also the list tag that is in the kit, and I think it's cute and it matches everything perfectly. So we're going to mat this out and round it and stick that on there, and that's going to be our finishing touches for where we're going to do our journaling for this particular layout. So we're just going to trim this piece down. This is just some scrap red cardstock. We, of course, are going to ink these edges because this is definitely going to need it, and it's definitely going to be rounded. I think all 4 corners, because we're going to kind of offset this and figure out how much I want to offset. So this is cut to 2 1/4 inches by 2 1/4 by 5 1/8. Yeah, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So that you have the size of that to fit with your journal tag if you want to do this the same way. Corner chomper, 1/2 inch setting, all 4 corners, of course. Because these corners are slightly rounded. I'm sure that's only like 1/4 inch or maybe even 1/8 of an inch round. It's not very dramatic, but you can see how this is going to just make that pop out a little bit. Got to use that fluid chalk. Got to do it. Frame this out. And I'm not going to pop dot this because I don't have my journaling ready to go on here. So I don't want to have a hard time writing down what I want to write when it's time. I just want to be able to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to line this up. Okay, and then this journal tag is going to go right underneath everything, and this is just going to tie our picture and our elements kind of together and anchor everything in. Perfect place for journaling. Very, very simple, just with some simple ribbon ruching. I'm going to do a little bit more glitter around the letters here just to kind of tie them into the Santa. And we're going to do that really, really simple by making another line of glitter coming straight down over our ribbon and everything. So you really want to fill that in. Be careful. Follow the same line and just come around right on your letters. So there you have it, our Hey Santa Christmas layout, ready for pictures with Santa at the mall or whatever you so desire to use it for. I hope this inspired you and you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.